All right, let's talk security. But we're not just going to tweak a few settings today. No, we're going to build a fortress. We're taking your standard Windows 11 PC and turning it into a digital castle, a stronghold for your personal data. So let's get right into it. So let me ask you something. Is your PC right now basically an open door for attackers? I mean, think about it. When you get a new computer, it's all about convenience, right? Getting you up and running super fast. But here's the catch. That convenience often leaves some major security gaps. And with threats like ransomware getting smarter every day, those default settings, they can be like leaving the back door unlocked. Okay, so here's our game plan, our blueprint for this digital castle. We'll start with the foundation, the absolute must-haves. Then we'll master Windows' own defenses. From there, we'll get into privacy, some advanced fortifications, and wrap it all up with a checklist to keep you secure. First things first, what do we even mean by hardening? It sounds intense, right? Well, in the security world, it's all about shrinking your attack surface. Just imagine your computer is a house with a ton of doors and windows. Hardening is just, well, it's locking the doors you don't use, boarding up the windows you don't need. The fewer ways in, the tougher it is for a burglar, or in this case, a hacker, to break in. And trust me, in today's world, that is absolutely critical. And this is the key mindset shift. You're moving from being a passive target to the active defender of your own data. It's really the difference between leaving your front door unlocked and hoping for the best versus building a proper wall and standing guard. You're taking control. All right, let's get to work. Every strong castle needs a solid foundation, right? These next few steps, they're the bedrock. They're totally non-negotiable. If you skip these, honestly, everything else we do is just built on sand. Okay, listen up, because this might be the single biggest thing you can do. It's called the principle of least privilege. Think of it this way. Your administrator account is like the king of the castle. It has the master key to everything. A standard account, though, that's more like a regular citizen. It can go about its day, but it can't just waltz in and change the laws. So if some malware gets into a standard account, it's basically stuck in a single room. It can't spread, it can't take over the system. The damage is contained. It's a huge deal. And the best part? Setting this up is super easy. Seriously, you just pop into your settings, go to accounts, add a new user, and here's the key part. Make sure you pick standard user. From now on, only use that powerful admin account when you absolutely have to, like for installing software. For all your daily stuff, browsing, email, gaming, use that new standard account. And to finish off our foundation, we have these two heavy hitters. First, Windows Update. Think of updates like your castle guards constantly patching up little cracks in the walls as they appear. It closes known security holes. And then there's Secure Boot. This is your guard at the main gate when you first turn on your PC. It checks the ID of everything trying to load up, making sure no bad guys sneak in before the castle's even fully awake. Okay, our foundation is rock solid. Now it's time to build the high walls and dig a deep moat. And we're going to do it using the powerful tools that are already baked right into Windows. Now I know what some of you might be thinking. Windows Defender? Really? If your memory of it is from like 10 years ago, you need to know it's a completely different beast now. It has improved so much. I mean, as Cybernews says right here, for most people, it's genuinely all the protection you'll need. It constantly gets top scores from independent testing labs. But we've got to be realistic about what it is and what it isn't. Defender is fantastic at its main job, real-time protection, a solid firewall, and it does it all without slowing down your computer. But it's not a full security suite. Its phishing protection isn't the best, and you don't get extras like a built-in VPN or a password manager. So think of it as a really, really strong wall, but you still need to post some guards at specific spots. Which leads me to one of my favorite and kind of hidden features in Defender, controlled folder access. This thing is your dedicated ransomware shield. It's amazing. Basically, you're telling Windows, hey, these folders, my documents, my pictures, they're the crown jewels. And this feature puts an invincible guard at the door. No unauthorized app can touch or change anything inside. Ransomware? Blocked. Done. And turning this on takes, 30 seconds? I'm not kidding. You could pause this right now, go into Windows Security, find Virus and Threat Protection, click Manage Ransomware Protection, and just flip that one switch. It is so easy and so powerful. So, the walls are up, the moat is dug, we're good against outside attacks. But what about what's happening inside the castle? It's time to man the watchtowers. This is all about privacy, controlling what information leaves your fortress. Because real security isn't just about keeping bad guys out, it's about deciding what you share with the world. And you can get some big privacy wins really fast. First, dive into your settings and set diagnostic data to required only. You're telling Microsoft just take what you absolutely need. Then turn off tailored experiences. That stops them from using your data to serve you ads. And maybe the biggest one, check your app permissions. Go through the list. Does that game really need access to your microphone? Does that PDF reader need your location? If the answer is no, just turn it off. Simple as that. Okay, feeling good? Ready to go from secure to Fort Knox? We've guarded the perimeter. We've secured the inside. Now it's time to bring in the elite guard. This is the last line of defense, designed to protect your data even if all else fails. And that elite guard is called BitLocker. This is the vault inside the castle keep. Let's say the absolute worst happens. Someone steals your laptop. If the physical fortress is breached, BitLocker makes sure they get away with nothing. It encrypts or scrambles your entire hard drive. To a thief, all your files just look like a meaningless jumble of nonsense. Without your key, it's just a useless brick. Turning it on is pretty straightforward in the control panel. But, and I need you to really hear me on this is critical, you're gonna get a recovery key. You must save this key somewhere safe. And by safe, I mean somewhere that is not on that computer. Print it out and put it in a safe. Save it to a USB drive you keep in a drawer. Because if you ever get locked out and you've lost that key, your data is gone forever. There is no getting it back. I'm serious. Now, for you power users out there who want to go even deeper, there are tools that let you get really granular. Things like Configure Defender or special PowerShell scripts let you tweak all sorts of hidden security settings. It's definitely more advanced, but if you're comfortable with it, you can take your system's hardening to a whole other level. So there you have it. We've built our fortress. But listen, the work's not over. A castle isn't something you build and then just walk away from, right? It needs to be maintained. Security is exactly the same. It's not a set it and forget it thing. It's an ongoing process. So let's just run through that final checklist one more time. These are the 5 pillars of your fortress. Number 1, use a standard account for everything you can. 2, keep Windows updated, always. 3, flip on that ransomware protection. 4, lock down your privacy and app permissions. And 5, encrypt your drive with BitLocker. You nail these 5 things, and your PC will be a very, very tough nut to crack. Look, we've given you the blueprint. You have the tools. Your fortress is built. But you gotta remember, the most critical part of any defense system is the person who's in charge, the commander of the castle. That's you. So the question is, are you ready to defend it?